Shanti, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, brother.
Yeah. So very good morning, and our morning is always special, and we look forward for waking up early in the morning. And today's topic, we're going to look into this awareness that Baba has given us and has weaved it throughout our day. So initially, this topic has been inspired by the Murli. That was the first one that you finished it in early this week. And when I looked at it, I first did not really capture it, but then I realized that in order to be constantly happy, there has to be something that has to be weaved in our lives. So very, very beautifully, Baba found different attainments. Like somebody who has a lot and wants to give. It felt like that Baba is finding anything to give it to us so that we can be happy, but most important, not only be happy, but also stay happy. So very, very cleverly, Baba weaved this happiness into our moment to moment daily life. So let's just look a little bit at what he said, and then we'll go a little bit deeper, and then create a beautiful day in our lives. Keep this in our mind, and then create this beautiful, happy day. How we can, bring about this. Often you'll hear the word effort in the Avyakt Mullis and in Saka Mullis, the word effort. To me, I think effort is just awareness. And if this awareness is there, that is the effort itself. And what I notice is when we do this kind of practice, automatically, there is no effort. So that, the easy part, Baba always says that you have to make effort. And Baba says it's always easy. There's nothing to, you don't have to labor, you don't have to work hard. The reason that we start working hard is because we don't make that effort of awareness. If we make this effort of awareness, we won't have to labor and everything goes smoothly in our lives. So I'll give you a chance to give your thoughts after some time, and somebody can coordinate and help us to um, get the comments from different people, whoever wants to share. So one comment per person, and then we'll wind up with some commentary. So let's start. So the first thing I just wanted to bring up is the different areas of awareness. If you remember, in that particular Murli, Baba reminded us of our attainment from the time we woke up, when we were studying, as we go to work, we become karma yogis. And then when we come back, or in between, when we have free time, while we are eating food, and then while sleeping. So if you look at this, it's 24 hours, isn't it? From the time you wake up till the time you go to sleep, but not only till the time you go to sleep, also during that sleep, till the next day when you wake up again. So this loops basically forms a cycle. because it is also known in the worldly sense that the way you go to sleep is determines the quality of your sleep. The quality of your sleep determines how you wake up the next day, right? So this is why um, I said, Baba is weaving our whole day, 24 hours. And once 24 hours is okay, my days are okay. Once my days are okay, my week is okay. Once my weeks are okay, my month is okay. Once my month is okay, my whole year is okay. So the whole of conscious age is such a blessing. And we're going to see Baba brings it up, so many attainments, um, that sometimes we forget because you're like we have so much, so much treasure, so much attainment. Okay, so let's look at the first one. So the first one, Baba says, even today, people vision, just setting up the scene of how the condition is in Bharat. So even today, people's vision goes towards Bharat for that spiritual treasures. Bharat may be considered poor in terms of physical wealth. I don't think that much nowadays. I don't think Bharat is anymore considered poor physically. During those days, maybe it would be, but nowadays, there's a lot of wealth in Bharat. But in terms of spiritual treasure and the treasures of imperishable peace, happiness, and power, it is considered to be the wealthiest of all. So there is a memory that people know that Bharat is very ancient. Okay. Now, what is the attainment part is that why is Bharat very rich? Not because there is a lot of money. That is, in golden age, of course, it is. But mostly, even today, I don't know if you know this, but most of the people all over the world know and have attained so much by, you know, taking something from Bharat. Now why is this so? There are so many names, so many people. Who are the who created this foundation that Bharat, the place where these people were, became so popular? Okay. So we have to keep that in mind that the greatness of Bharat is not because there are so many great people. The greatness of Bharat is because the deities were ruling there. God came there and created this land. So that land became so powerful and special till now, people are seeking something from there. So just have this in mind, when we are, going through this experience. Okay. So the next part is the greatest treasure of all. What is the great out of uh, Baba mentioned three of them here, main ones, which is the peace, happiness, and power. So amongst this, the greatest of all the treasures, all is the treasure of happiness. People are desperate to experience this happiness, whereas all of you are constantly dancing in this happiness. People are looking and searching for it, and we are constantly dancing in happiness. So I think the thing to remember is that you're not going to be happy. What Baba is saying is that you are already having this in you. You just have to remember it. Okay. So it's not like, you're going to be happy someday. You are happy right now, and you have to tap and realize, so far you can start by just thinking simply from what we have done, what we have looked at, you are there at this moment in that precious and beautiful land, or somehow you're connected to it. That's your home. That's where you are going anyway. If you are staying there physically, that's great. And if you're not even staying there, that's eventually going to be your place. It's your land. You own that land. You might have another citizenship, but the reality is that Bharat is your land. And Bharat is important to the whole world today. Yeah. So have that feeling as we proceed. Yeah. Let me just, so I'll just read through this part. Now, from Amrit Vela onwards, okay, so now we are starting the day. Use the treasure of happiness. It is actually Amrit Vela time here. Think about it and talk to yourself about it. Who appears in front of you as soon as you open your eyes? With whom do you celebrate a meeting? First of all, with whom do you celebrate your meeting? First of all, in your thoughts, you celebrate a meeting with the creator of the world, the bestower of all treasure, the bestower of all blessing, and the seed in whom the whole tree is latent. So when I wake up in the morning, I have this meeting with this such a elevated, the highest on high being. My morning starts by greeting this being. My morning starts by remembering this being. I start my day like this. So when you are having a work day and early in the morning, you meet the CEO of your company, or when you're starting your day and you have opportunity to have a meeting with somebody very, very special. I think your whole day gets set and you are so excited, even before actually. Whenever there is any special kind of meeting with any special person, somehow connected with you. So we have this opportunity and blessing that we are meeting the greatest of the greatest that exists every single day in the morning. And that also, we don't have to meet that, like, body to body. We are meeting soul to soul. So that's the first thing to make you happy. And you wake up thinking that, there's a very important meeting that I'm going to. Okay. And it's a very beautiful meeting because it's not fear based. We used to wake up in the morning, but we used to wake up with some kind of fear. Yeah. I remember even before coming to Gyan, I used to wake up early, for prayers and things like that. And I used to love it actually, because there was some devotion feelings, within the family. So the whole family would get up early in the morning, almost Amrit Vela time, but a little bit later, not every time. So, but now it's different. Now you feel that you're being waken up, and you have this, special person waiting for you, waking you up, and that's how your day starts. Now, how happy that is. How happy would you feel if that was every single day in your life? That's where you have to be warned that when something happens every day and it's quite normal, you don't realize its value. You know, imagine one day Baba is not there for you to meet. How are you going to feel? Like you're meeting your father, and one day that father is not there. So this opportunity Baba has opened for the whole confluence age. But then he'll leave, at some point, and then we'll go to uh, golden age where Baba will not be there. Yeah, how precious that is. Hmm? How would you feel that, one day that, okay, fine, now you go to golden age, now I'm not going to come. And for 21 births, and actually not for that, for the whole cycle again, we'll have to wait for, for that time that Baba comes again. Would you miss this opportunity, this meeting? Anybody? Would you be missing if this is the consciousness that you have? You know, is there any chance that you can miss this meeting? Like, oh, I somehow, did not show up. Yeah. You can type on the chat box for now. If there is anything that you can't miss. No? Okay. So let's move further now. Study. So the second treasure of happiness, you are the long lost and now found elevated souls whom God Himself comes from the supreme abode to teach. So who's my teacher? This point of not only intoxication, but there is so much, I think I might have probably shared, I don't know, but I have a lot of respect for my teachers because what I noticed in my life is that um, a lot of changes that happen in my life has been somehow, brought about by my teachers in school. And I have a lot of respect for them because, like, Baba says that your study is your income. For me, literally, it's like that because they really helped me, to have interest in learning and all that. And there is so much love and respect for the teacher. Now, ultimately, when Baba comes and Baba says that, in this organization, I am the one who's going to be teaching you. When I found that there was no chance to miss that class because this is the highest teacher that you can get. This is the one who does not even have a teacher. This is the one who doesn't have to study. This is the one who's teaching with so much love, and the teaching is so clear and simple. you know so this is the feeling that I get when while sitting and listening to the Murli, that how much attainment have I attained to have this, God to be my teacher. And that also, that's what I love about this path, is that it is consistent. We don't do things every weekend, once a month. No, we don't do that. We do it every single day. Everything that we are talking, there is no holiday, there is no, any other day. Every single day is the same routine. So we don't have any chance to miss anything. Okay. So himself, he comes from the Supreme Abode to teach. He doesn't even charge you any fees. In fact, he himself doesn't claim the reward of this study. Okay, so it's free of charge, very unique. Everybody is looking for something which is free, right? And this is the highest education which we are getting for free. How happy are you? Which is the self, which is the self-sovereignty of heaven, okay? Which is the self-sovereignty of heaven, but gives it to you, okay? So the reward that he prepares for you, he doesn't take, he gives it to you. Can there be anything of greater happiness? Is there anything that is greater? That the person is teaching you, he makes you so high, and he himself doesn't even take anything out of that and leaves you in that space where you can enjoy constantly. Yeah. Use these treasures with this awareness. Keep this awareness inside you that how fortunate I am, not how far the center is, not, how much do I have to do? Oh, it's so cold, it's so hot. You know, you can't miss the study. And when you are in that study, you can't miss this feeling. If you go with this awareness to the class, you will not be able to miss. And like sometimes, after the class, something happens and you are so smiling. And when you go to work, people kind of observe this, no? When you get into the work, you've already listened to the, Murli that particular day, whether, in your center, which is such great vibrations. But even otherwise, you just go to your work, and people wonder, what do you do every morning that you come into work with so much happiness? First of all, you've woken up so early in front, so you're not like, rushing to go to work. Secondly, you've studied already. You've taken something. These treasures are already inside your intellect. There's this container of the intellect that has so much soaked in so much. Yeah. So that's your study. Now, next is when you are playing your part. So now you'll start your part, right? Of a karma yogi. Okay. So you're blessed that your part is a combined part. Use the treasure of companionship and have the happiness of his constant company. Doesn't matter what you do, whether you're at home, whether you're working somewhere, whether, whatever it is that you do, you're doing something, right? So now don't do it alone. Remember, you are always combined. Yeah, you're always combined. Okay, now underline this, that you are always combined with the divine, with that supreme soul, supreme source, who's your companion all the time. Okay, it's just that you forget it. Okay, combined doesn't mean that, you have to get combined. You already combined, and you just remember that, oh, he's there. You forget sometimes. Sometimes you are traveling with somebody and you forget. That's what happens. Yeah. So just bring that awareness, communicate, talk to. We talk in our mind. Constantly talk to and remind yourself that I'm doing this thing, but I'm not doing it alone. We are two of us. Okay, I, the soul, and the supreme, we are combined. We are always combined. He's always with me. Wherever I go, whatever I do, that takes care of your day. Okay, your meetings, your, whatever activity that happens during the day or at home. Yeah, whatever is going on at home, cleaning, keeping, cooking, taking care of whoever, children, whatever it is that your morning routine is, day routine is. Then you reach a point whereby you'll get some time, and that's a very special time. Okay, we always wait for, if you are going to school or studying, you're waiting to come back home. If you're going to work, you're waiting to come back home. So now when you come back, this is where you go to another awareness. So karma yogi, as you work, the next awareness is, it's a bit lengthy. So this one will require some time. How are we doing with time? Yeah, we're doing good. So this is another awareness whereby we have a lot of free time and we have a lot of interest in the worldly sense. Yeah. So when you become free from all your business activities, you have the greatest form of enjoyment. Okay. So activity, there will be some engagement that you will be needing to, engage with. But after that, we enjoy. And how do we enjoy? Very unique way of enjoying. If you want to see something, then look at heaven or the greatness of the conference age. So some people will say, heaven is still not yet here. But in Baba's language, Baba says that you should be able to see the trees of your land of heaven. But let's say, that doesn't come. you can just consider confluence age. And I've already mentioned earlier that this confluence age, Baba says that 1 second of this, just 1 second, if you miss 1 second of this, you've missed so much. It's like years and years missed of this confluence. Why is that? Why is it so important? Why is it so important? Because confluence age is the shortest of all the ages. It's so small and so short, but it's packed with everything that you need for the whole cycle. Okay? And you have the fortune of recognizing it. You have the fortune of knowing this fact. Like when sometimes there is something going on in a particular shop, and only few people know about it. They all rush there, right? So in the same way, we all rush into this confluence age. We find out, we figure out, we find God, and we realize that how important that time is, how useful that time is. So another thing that you can do, if you want to see something, then watch the drama of the alokik story of your task and the father's task. Watch the drama of the alokik story of your task and the father's task. So what is our task? What is the father's task? We help him in what? Purifying this world, renewing this world, transforming this world, creating. We have not only that we have such an important, we are so important actors in this play, but we also are the ones who are actually taking part in the most important event, which is basically renewing the world. There are big conferences going on in world renewal, but we are the ones who are at the forefront of this without really anybody really knowing about it. Okay. So that's what, if you want to see something, if you want to bring, and Baba created this opening inside us. I can experience anything I want just by sitting in this chair. Yeah. If you want to take a tour, okay, so many of us are very keen and interested to travel. I'm one of them. So if you want to take a tour to the three worlds, okay, you know how much treasure is there in touring these three worlds? The corporeal, the subtle, and the incorporeal world. And within this world, there are multiple worlds that exist. Okay. So someday, we have this opportunity of actually tapping into this world. Yeah? So some people might have heard about astral traveling. We are doing that every day. Yeah. The only thing is we need to engage with it and open up, the stuck beliefs that we might have, and just feel each world. There's not much work to be done in this. Baba's already explained this world. So now just take it within you and see if you can actually visit these worlds every day, in your meditation, especially. That's why Baba said in your free time, right? So you can just go through the three worlds, the physical world and your role here, the subtle world and your role there, and then the incorporeal world and the stillness that is there, the silence that is there. Just traveling there, just traveling there, have this tour, free of charge, no ticket has to be, booked, no visas has to be arranged. Okay. So these are the three words. The next one is, if you want to adorn yourself, okay, so our sisters especially, if you want to adorn yourself, but brothers too, nowadays they are not very far behind in adorning themselves in the world. But Baba has a unique thing for us, that then adorn yourself with the details of every virtues. Pick any virtues, think about it, churn about it. You'd certainly feel different. Okay. So the happiness will start bubbling inside you. Just any virtues, any virtue that, comes to your mind. So, we've toured, we've watched, we've this one. Now, next is we like to look at the TV, Luckily, I think before Gyan, I had decided I don't want the TV, but I couldn't get my way. So I had to have a TV at home. I didn't want it at home, but it finally came. But I put it away. I did not put it in the area where I was there. I said, okay, would watch once in a while. So if you want to watch the drama, watch the 5,000 years in the drama. Okay, spin the cycle basically. Yeah. And then, some people are still, people who love studying. Okay, so study the study the history of the 84 birds, the history of the cycle. Just keep it in your mind. Baba often says that if you can keep a picture and just look at the picture, automatically it's the easiest way, to study. So keep the picture, look at the picture, and see how happy you will feel, because then you have the full picture in your mind. Many people have questions because they don't watch the whole movie. If you watch the whole movie, there will not be any question, because you know how it starts and how it finishes and how it repeats. If you want to have a heart to heart conversation, this is the most interesting one. We don't need to, like I'm back and I'm free and I'm starting to call so many people. No, you don't need to do that. Yes, connect with people, talk to people, but you can just have a heart to heart conversation. You have access to that. Then talk to a spirit, to your creator, the father of the spirits. What else do you want? Now, I love that sentence because I always use it in my day. I always says, what else do you want? What else do you want? We have everything. Yeah. By using all these means, keep yourself constantly happy. Okay. So ready to move on? Let's see what's coming up next. So the next is the Father has promised you, his children, that he will always be with you. Baba eats with you and sits with you. Anybody getting bored sometimes? So when you're eating, you're not eating alone. And many of us have this habit that they don't like to eat alone. Personally, I like to eat, together. What great happiness than this could you want? A meal at meals times. Remember the slogan, I eat with you alone. Use this treasure of happiness in this way. When I'm having food, just, there is a remembrance, there is a feeling that I'm not alone. He's with me, you know. Again, that combined thing comes, anytime. So the food does not distract me, you know. I'm not indulging, I will eat less. I will eat, and that food that I will eat will be packed with energy. Yeah. So I'll be able to use that effectively and also heal my body. The next one. So we'll have to blow this up. Yeah. Now, how do I close my day? Very, very important, because the way you close your day is how the day is going to open for you. So before you go to sleep, you share the news of the whole day with him, either in the combined form or in his form of your father. Give him today's news and take inspiration for the next elevated thought and deed, for the next day's elevated thoughts and deeds. So you're closing your day, you're summarizing what has happened, and you are also setting the new day, as I said. Yeah? To exchange all the news means to give, to become light, just as you go to sleep at night in loose fitting dress, so to make your intellect light by wearing a light dress. Get ready in this way and go to sleep with Baba. Don't go to sleep alone. When you are alone, Maya takes that chance. Therefore, remain constantly with Baba. When you are alone, you can't be afraid, but you can also become fearless. Sorry. When you're alone, you can be afraid, but also you can also become fearless. You will remain fearless and Maya will become afraid. So use the treasure of happiness of this constant company throughout the night. Remember, I said earlier that the way you go to sleep is the way you will wake up, and the way your night will pass. The whole night will pass. And the first thing in the morning will be the way you closed your night. So this is very important part, because this is the longest part. Yeah. So Baba took time and explained to us exactly how we need to sleep, what awareness, close everything. Don't sleep with any conflict unresolved. If there is any conflict, don't go to sleep with that conflict. And if you cannot resolve the conflict, just create the buffer that, okay, fine, there is something to be sorted out. Okay, we will sort with Baba. But just remember that I'm not taking that. Some people have a habit, including myself, to start thinking as you go to sleep. No, don't take issues there. Okay, this is a matter, we'll look at it later. Yeah. So the key, you know to these treasures, how to actually apply this and how to use it. The key to the treasure, you have to have a key, in order for us to be able to tap this treasure, is to use these treasures in your lives. If you use them, it will start growing. If you just keep treasures, you will start noticing that it is diminishing. Yeah. So sometimes, although you've been given the key, you are unable to find it at the right time. You have misplaced it. Therefore, keep it constantly in front of keep it constantly in front of you. Constantly keep it in your awareness. Refresh your memory again and again as to what treasures you have received and what key you have to unlock them. Put into practice everything you have been told for every type of act. That is, put what you know into practice. Okay, now to make that yours, this is most important thing. Create the awareness and keep that awareness, that every moment I have an option. And the option is that I can use that particular treasure at that particular time. Now, nobody can tell me that there is any other time. Any time that you have a particular treasure that is always with you and you can use it. So I'll pause here and let's have 1 minute before, and then we can take up your sharing. Just let's pause for 1 minute. You can even go through your day, whatever part of your day. And the in-betweens are your free time. You can do anything. Let's say your Amrit Vela is done. You have not yet started the Murli, or you are doing the Murli actually. Even now you are actually listening. I'm not speaking. It's Baba's words that you've heard. So you can imagine actually he's actually speaking to you, and you can see how rich your life, how happy your life is. Such treasure that every act is packed full of treasures. Okay, so now it's your turn. You've been patiently listening for quite some time. Okay, so what would you like to share? Please, you can unmute yourself. You can type on the chat box, whatever is easy for you. Who's going to go first?
For me, the first takeaway is the way you started the session, where you mentioned effort is nothing but awareness. So that got me to reflect on it. It's actually that way. And we put so much of pressure on ourselves, mentioning that, at least in my case, it, "Arey, ye karna, hai, ye karna, hai, ye karna," but it's not about that.
Yeah.
Effort is just being aware, being in the moment. That's my takeaway for today's session.
Yeah, very lovely. Yeah. And it's good because it makes it easy. Yes.
Yeah, Om Shanti.
Shanti. Hi, Vijito.
Yeah, so very well explained. And so in this path, the way to keep us or keep one energetic is to churn more and more. And you gave really a wonderful way to churn and then keep ourselves busy. And when we do that, we become more, enthusiastic, right? So because what we are sharing is Baba's knowledge, and it's also simple everything. And you very well explained. And while listening, also I feel so simple. But the kind of energy that gives us insight is so well, actually it's so great, actually. So it's really keep us energetic. So yeah, like you said, the key is awareness. So when we maintain that awareness, everything automatically comes. So we'll have to maintain that awareness. So that's where, like you said, the effort lies there. Okay, thank
The
you.
essence of spirituality is simplicity. God is a simple essence. We have made things complicated because we are using a very different way. Yesterday, I heard a word. What was it? It was a very interesting word that I heard, and I actually noted it down. The word is, one second. Yeah, somebody mentioned this word, conceptual overload. So what it means is that we try to make concepts, and we use our head so much that we complicate our lives.
Right.
So I like this word, conceptual overload. Just things are simple, just keep it simple.
Thank you, Baji, for that.
Giri Japan. Good morning.
Good morning. You see, right from the time the soul enters the womb till the soul goes to the grave, it's been conditioned with happiness, not on its own, but even in the womb. What should the soul eat? What should it eat? How it will remain healthy? And when it comes back, the role makers, the parents tell this should be done, that should be done. If you do this, you'll get this. So the soul has got so many people to make happy. Should I make my father happy? Or should I make my mother happy? Or should I make my teacher happy? So I have been conditioned with, or even situations. Uh, a house, will it make me happy? A car, will it make me happy? I'm conditioned by so many of these kind of what I call a recipes of happiness. Not to leave that, if I pick up the mobile, there are so many sessions and all, how to be happy in a few minutes, how to be happy throughout your life. I think that information overload, which is there for the soul, has been downloaded by, removed, deleted by Baba in today's Murli to say absolutely simple, only to hike on to him. I have attained, others are seeking. I have found him, just one and one. So if we take that one thing as the core, then I think, and we find out that happiness is something from within. The beauty lies within. Everything else is structured. And if we, I won't say condition, if we break all the barriers of our hearts and minds and let that free flow of thoughts come, I think I will stay happy no matter what. I think that's the thing I have. But still, that's one paragraph in the Murli, which even earlier when this Murli was read, I was saying it looks like Baba is very, very strict teacher. Like when he said, if you want to read a story, read your drama. If you're, and like a travel agent, he's saying, if you want to go anywhere, no going to America, Africa, go to the three world. You want to wear any dress, wear only virtues. And we love this long, long ago stories, Cinderella stories, Rapunzel stories. Baba said, no, read only your birth. And if you want to make a call or if you want to send a message, do it only to one, dial only one number. That's me. That one paragraph I found it was a strict timetable. Otherwise, I think I just love to be happy with the one in the way he wants me, because he's conditioning that only now, these 100 years. So I have attained what I have to attain. I will stay happy no matter what. Time is now. Om Shanti.
Shanti. Vinod Bhai says the remembrance of attainment brings contentment and happiness. Radhamani Ben says, blessed souls, every step, multi-million treasure, intoxicated one Father, none other. Yeah. Om Shanti, Sanjay Bhai.
Baba is just talking that, yes, always remember that who you are, whom you are connected, whom you belong, from where you have come and where you have to go. This awareness, that is actually is Raj Yoga. This awareness actually is Raj Yoga. And if we are aware that Baba is my father, is not my father, Baba is my father, Baba is my brother, Baba is my teacher, Baba is my everything. I have got all the relationship with Baba. Baba hi mera sansar hai. Then only it becomes Sahaj Raj Yoga. Otherwise, as you said, that conceptual overload, that comes in.
Yeah. And we love it sometimes to create that.
Yes. Because that conceptual comes when we become body conscious. We try to understand in our own way. But on the contrary, Baba says, what I'm telling, just habit and be like that only. Nothing to be, I have to understand in my own way. That own way, that body consciousness just deflects us from the real target.
Exactly.
Yes, yes. And what we have to do, we have to imbibe the divinity, imbibe and inculcate the virtues of divinity.
Yeah.
And when we just imbibe all those things, that fragrance of that knowledge comes automatically. And when that fragrance comes to us, it gets radiated also. It spreads.
Yeah.
And people start feeling that, yes, he's not as he was. He's something different.
Yeah.
As you said, the smile is coming. Hey, you have attained something. You have got something. Why your face is different? Your eyes are different. They become more bright. The smile is on your face. Baba always starts the Murli with Meethe Bacche.
Yeah.
We become actually Meetha.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Baba is Meetha. Baba is Meetha. Baba gives the Gyan, which that is also Meetha. And when we become Gyan Swarupa and Gyan Murt, then we become really Meethe Bacche.
Yeah.
That means Baba wants us to become Gyan Swarup and Gyan Murt. And when we become Meetha, that is happiness, that is positivity. And we don't have to spread it. If you just imbibe it and inculcate it, it spreads automatically.
Yeah.
That is the Purusharth which we have to do, is to become Gulab, Ruhe Gulab. And when we become Gulab, the fragrance is there. And that fragrance is Seva, that fragrance is positivity, spreading positivity. So we have to do just a Purusharth. And what Purusharth? Just awareness.
Yeah.
Nothing more than that. When I think that if we make the habit of being aware, we will find that yes, Raj Yoga is very simple.
That's
But
all.
when we think about concepts, it becomes difficult. Shanti.
Shanti. Yeah, it's so true that in my life, there was no use of the word sweet except for sweet food or sweet something, to do with sugar. But this word started coming when I started, understanding, listening to Baba's Murli. The words, the vocabulary of using sweet as this sweetness of people and sweetness in myself. It started actually. I never used this word sweet. So thank you, Baba. Anyone else? Yes, somebody has posted one point here. Yeah, Girija point, pursuit of happiness, awakening, and be aware of the beauty within nothing. No one to control your being, just you and the Supreme Energy. It's a small world. Time is short. Be happy. Time is now. Yeah, I actually love that point that, this is the conscious age. You are in a constant aware company of the Supreme. He's never away, actually. He's always with you. But in this point of time, he comes and, to set everything. And it's such an opportunity. Like they say, that comet comes every 1,000, and everybody goes and watches, no? So in the same way, Baba comes in the cycle only once. And this is the moment, this moment right now. Okay, so if that's it, Ami says, start your day with a point and end with a point. Rest all is aligned. Lovely. Very nice. Rest is always aligned and everything is taken care by the Supreme. Wonderful. Sweet, soul conscious, wonderful, ensuring imbibing virtues. Okay. All right, so let's just wrap it up and just try and see that this is not my today, but this is my everyday. Yeah. So just sit relaxed and, try and see if you can bring this without analyzing. Just allow this to flow within you. Just imagine that, you just got up early in the morning, so fresh, lovely day. And instead of having any waste, any news, my mobile phone, my first thought is, I have this important meeting. And the meeting is not only ordinary, this meeting is very special with a very special one, my beloved. I'm going to meet him the first thing in the morning. And I sit down in his remembrance. First thing is his remembrance. He is with me, remember? He doesn't have to come. He's already with me. As I'm sitting, he's already with me. Don't struggle in your meditation, in your Amrit Veda. The struggling is only because of your head. God is with you, has always been with you, will always be with you. Just enjoy. You don't need to waste your time. You have a very short meeting. So every second is so important. Don't waste it by struggling in your remembrance, in your meditation. No need to struggle. When the faith is there, it is just 1 second game. I'm with him, he's with me, we're together already. He's not so far away that I have to travel so much. He's here right with me, right now. And then we part. I take him, of course, with me, and I prepare myself. And I go to study. And these jewels that are coming every single day, I listen to the study. And every point that I receive, I experience it in my life. As I'm listening to it, I'm experiencing right then, right there. And then I start maybe with my breakfast. I don't have it alone. We are together. We are having breakfast together. I go to work. I go to my daily activity, or at home, my activities at home, or at school, whatever it is that I'm doing. I start those activities together, combined. Me with him, we're doing the work. Me with him, we are preparing something, we are cleaning, we are clearing, we are going, we are walking together. The whole day is filled with togetherness. There will be other people, yes, but I and Baba with the other people, not only I with the other people. And then I go into these moments. They will be up and down. And in this up and down, just remember who is your friend, who's near you, who's your guide, who's your support, who's your protection, whatever it is in that relation that you, in the context of the drama, you are with him. And then we move on, we come back, we have our tea maybe, or we have something to drink when we come back, not alone, again, together, combined. And then we have now free time. We're looking for this free time. What is it that today I want? Do I want to tour? Do I want to watch something? Do I want to see something? Do I want to study? What is it that I want to do? Baba has explained me what to do every moment. Spin the discus, look at the history of the 84 births, to the 3 worlds. Nobody is there to stop you. And sometimes we are busy with some people. It doesn't matter. Even while you're busy, you can still have this awareness. Take one or the other awareness. Don't let this awareness slip. Every second is so precious. And then as the evening sets, I have my dinner, again combined. There is a time where people start gathering and forming. And this is my time to retreat, to pull myself from others and to be in silence. Depending on your situation, slowly, slowly withdrawing from the mobile, the news, the people, the activities, because now we are going into that phase where we need personal time. Take that personal time and look, see, look at your day. This is your chart. Whether you write it or whether you look at it, it is your chart. This and this and this has gone very well. There is some adjustment that needs to be done, and there is some things that is going to form your foundation for the next day in your practice, spiritual, and also in your worldly life. Discuss this with Baba, and we close the day, making sure that there is nothing tight still. I want to be free, and I want to be very light. All attachments drop. Even the physical body drops, I the soul. I just go and rest. Very, very light. No burden in my head. No thinking. Even if there is a situation, there is no need to take the burden of that situation. Just hand it over. Just give it to him. Okay, you take care of this, Baba. Now I'm going to sleep. And not alone, because otherwise in your dreams, all these things will filter. Feel that you're not alone while you're sleeping. Some people have problem even to sleep. Just see. Take him with you. Tell him, look, I need to have this very good sleep. So Papa says often, I massage you. Take that massage and, go to sleep nicely. Wake up like a baby early in the morning. Again, very curious, looking forward for the next day. Shanti. Thank you.
Om Shanti. It was very sweet meditation commentary. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Arif Bhai. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Till that time, have a lovely day.